The government could rest its case as early as today in a sex trafficking trial against R. Kelly in New York. Prosecutors presented a series of letters in court yesterday, taken from a safe in Chicago that belonged to Kelly. They were written by women who denied any sexual involvement with Kelly and called him a good man. But at least one of the women testified she was coerced. Prosecutors say Kelly appeared to be laying the foundation for an eventual defense. R. Kelly's longtime assistant broke her silence to Good Morning America today and spoke in defense of Kelly.
I'm not seeing anybody that's trying to leave or any locked doors. Every woman that's left has walked right out the door.
Did he ever ask you to recruit women for him?
He's never asked me, but at the time, I'm only saying that he was R. Kelly, a mega superstar. He needed no help. I mean, absolutely no help to recruit women or to get women.
Kelly has denied any wrongdoing. His attorneys are expected to launch their defense at the trial next week.
Joining us now is reporter Jim DeRogatis, who has been reporting on R. Kelly for more than 20 years. He's the author of the book Soulless, The Case Against R. Kelly. Jim, thanks for being with us.
You bet.
Let's talk about some of the developments this morning. R. Kelly's longtime assistant, Diana Copeland, speaking out, saying she never suspected any illegal activity in 16 years, and she couldn't stop it if she did. What are your thoughts?
We've heard from so many assistants like Diana Copeland over the course of the last 5 weeks. They all saw these things. They saw young women who were afraid to go to the bathroom without R. Kelly's permission, who couldn't eat without his permission, who were forbidden to talk to other men. You know, a lot of people saw a lot of things. And the racketeering case, you know, none of them are charged, but they certainly have said morally dubious things on the witness stand.
So these letters that say R. Kelly is a great guy that the defense presents, could that backfire on them?
We've heard from numerous witnesses who've said they were told to write those letters, that R. Kelly dictated them, that if they hadn't written those letters, they would receive what he called chastisements, being beaten with an electrical cord, being smacked around. You know, I think the comparison is to the NXIVM cult trial, where the leaders of that cult collected what they called collateral, damaging material on members of the cult so they wouldn't speak out. We've seen a lot of tactics used, non-disclosure agreements like Harvey Weinstein employed to silence these women. And yet we've had 12 give harrowing testimony over 17 days in court. I think it's going to be impossible for the jury to discount all of that.
Yeah, so as the prosecution wraps up their case and the defense starts next week, where does the prosecution stand? What is the thing that stood out the most to you, and how do you think they did?
Well, I was wondering about how you have a racketeering case without any other members of the alleged criminal enterprise charged. But I've done a couple of interviews with experts on the RICO laws, and they have said it is not unusual to only have the Godfather indicted and not any of his capos, that being part of a racket in itself, being named, is not a crime, but all of this other evidence introduced at great length is admissible to show the pattern of this criminal enterprise. And just the bulk of, I mean, I've read thousands of pages of court testimony. They're delayed a couple of days, but it's just amazing when you lay it out over 30 years from so many different witnesses.
All right, Jim, we appreciate you joining us this morning. Thanks, Jim.
You bet.